today, we've got Mike Grebe here with Interline Brands. And Interline Brands is a leading direct marketer and distributor of maintenance, repair, and operations products, including plumbing, electrical, HVAC, and other related items. And Mike has served as chairman of the board and chief executive officer of Interline and Interline Brands since 2007, as chief executive officer and a director of Interline since June of 2004, and as a director of Interline New Jersey since May of 2000.
I'm going to assume you've got a product and a service, a product or a service and a vision. You don't need any help with that, right? After that, nothing happens without people, a plan, and capital. Talent management is hard. And so my first tip to you is, if you're trying to get your business from 20 million to 40 or 2 million to 5 or whatever, is start a talent management process. So here's our process. 2 key elements. Number one, if you're a senior manager at Interline Brands, you're going to sit with me and the VP of Human Resources twice a year without a lot of paper. And we're just going to talk, okay? And you're going to tell me about every person who reports to you and every person that reports to those folks, right? Now, as you can imagine, we spend a little more time on the first level than the second level. And I don't need a lot of words. I don't want a performance appraisal. I don't want 7 or 8 pages, right? I just want to know 3 data points, if you have data points. I want an A, B, or C grade for how they're doing in their current job, right? And then I want an A, B, or C grade for how you think of their long-term potential, right? So if somebody is a BA in our lingo, right, that means they're doing a pretty good job in the job they're in today, but we see a lot of potential in this person. We need to track this person. We need to invest in them. We need to develop them, and we need to make sure that we're finding the right spot for them in the long-term portion of our business, right? Conversely, if you're a double C, well, we're going to take a real hard look, and we're going to be talking to you and making sure that you're moving forward. Or, quite frankly, we're going to find a way to make an upgrade, right? So that process is really important. And the other part of that process that's important is what we also ask the managers to do is to say, think about the trends that are a few years out, and how is that going to impact your talent that you have in your business today, right? The reason that's important to do that with your board, gets me to tip number 2 on your talent assessment, is act on it, okay? Talent is not the job of the Vice President of Human Resources. It is not the job of the managers that you have today. Talent management starts with the CEO. It starts with the CEO, starts with the leader. It cannot be delegated. We think that stakeholders, shareholders, don't really invest in companies. They invest in management teams, which is why people is so important, and they invest in business models that generate repeatable growth. Okay, so as you're thinking 4 years out or 5 years out, and I don't know if the folks from Heritage Capital would agree, think about what is it about your business that's repeatable? What is it? What is it? Is it something related to GDP? Is it, hey, every time I add a sales rep, my sales revenue goes up by $1 million? What is that? Model it out and track it like a maniac. Because if you're going to be able to attract capital, or you want to project out how your business is going to go, you've got to know what drives it. Lesson number 1 for us that we pass along is, if you're trying to finance your business or whatever, or you're thinking about financing your business and you see that window open, don't try to time the market. Don't try to get that last 0.25% interest rate. If somebody's offering you money, take it. Because it usually is true that to get money, what's that old adage, to get money you have to prove you don't need it, right? It's still somewhat true.